Today I saw a post by Joe Rogan about the Dukes of Hazzard and the decision of TV Land to stop airing reruns. He blamed the left and made a Seinfeld-esque about PC culture rant. Why not blame TV Land? Look, do I think it's too much to take to get rid of the Dukes of Hazzard? I think that, let me put it this way. I didn't know that Dukes of Hazzard were on TV Land. I don't care if Dukes of Hazzard are on TV Land. That's their business. But if they find that it hurts them, I don't know.
People have to understand that the laws in TV Land are very different than the laws in the United States of America.
I had thought that this example had more to do with our culture taking an intellectual conversation and placing it into a market capitalist ideological frame. As far as I know, the left was not up in arms about removing the Confederate flag from pop culture icons, but from state institutions. From my perspective, that's all I care about. Let the culture do what the culture does.
There's literally no one complaining about it. It's just TV Land being safe because they're a business.
Right.
Yeah, that's basically it.
Since
There's
all
no
of
one
our
clamoring for it to be taken off the air.
But since all of our conversations are now filtered through a culture based on market values, it makes our political arguments seem petty. What do you think? Is the Dukes of Hazzard example a net gain or net loss? Does it alienate those on the sidelines? Does it portray progressivism in a bad light? You know what? Boo-hoo. When people cry about, people who cry about the culture's not the way they want it to be, boo-hoo. Then go out and do something. I don't know. Go do a remake of the Dukes of Hazzard where there's no... honestly. That's my feeling. You got a problem. It's one thing to say, hey, I think this aspect of culture is problematic because it's going to lead to this. And that's a bad outcome. But can someone please tell me the slippery slope we're on where we lose Dukes of Hazzard from TV Land? Where is, in the nightmare scenario that Jerry Seinfeld has? And I haven't read Rogan on this. I don't know.
He's going bonkers.
Oh, really? Is it real?
He's going bonkers.
All right. Well, so in Joe Rogan's mind, where does this, at the end of this sort of a vision of this nightmare scenario, which starts with Dukes of Hazzard leaving TV Land, what is it at the end of this sort of process are they afraid of? We're not going to have access to Rhoda, or we're not going to have access to, how am I ever going to see Three's Company? I could have children, or my grandkids, or my great nieces will never have the opportunity to see Three's Company. What is the fear here? Hey, if I can't do colleges, then what? Then the white race will be under attack. I love the idea that somehow, because the implication is our culture is suffering, is going to be lesser because the Dukes of Hazzard are on TV Land. That's what I'm saying. I think there are perfectly legitimate cultural critiques. But to take this and say, this is something I don't like about culture, that it's driving the Dukes of Hazzards off of TV Land. You know what? Grow the fuck up yourself. Honestly, grow the fuck up yourself. If you're going to sit there and whine and bitch because TV Land is canceling Dukes of Hazzard, then it's incumbent upon you to say, what is really problematic about this? Do you really care that much about Dukes of Hazzard? You know what? If you think it's really, there's such great demand and this is such a loss of culture, then you should go and approach whatever moron has the licensing rights and see if you can sell it through your website. Honestly. You know what? Grow the fuck up.
He literally on Instagram just 30 minutes ago posted the Jolly Roger pirate flag and said, people used to see this flag headed towards them and know their homes were about to be pillaged. Why is this flag okay on like clothes and in movies and not the Confederate flag in Dukes of Hazzard?
He's joking. He's got to be joking.
He's no.
He's got to be joking.
How long before toxic lefties wake up and realize they've missed out on the opportunity to be outraged at this pirate flag?
I don't know. I mean, honestly, I like. Does it portray progressivism in a bad light? Only by morons who still, this is just their latest. This is just their latest hippie punching. There's no like organized left that was trying to get Dukes of Hazzard off of TV land. I mean, maybe there was a bunch of 14. I don't know. Just grow the fuck up.
Let me tell you, that remake with Johnny Knoxville and Jessica Simpson did more damage to the Dukes of Hazzard brand than anything else.